My name is Max Stein, and I love Final Fantasy.
I'm the Megabuck. I really love Final Fantasy.
My name is Raph, and I also love Final Fantasy.
Hi friends, Vinny here, and I love Final Fantasy.
And welcome to the Game Treasure Podcast, where we bring you treasured video games of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and oftentimes those games will be in the Final Fantasy series anyhow. Warning, the Game Treasure Podcast is not for children or anyone with a brain for that matter. Welcome, dear listener and dear viewer. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a very good episode for you today. An unmarketable and we're never gonna make money off this, unmonetizable, that's the word I'm looking for, episode, because we'll be listening to a bunch of copyrighted music today because we are dipping our toe. Yes, right. You know what, viewer? We don't make money off of it anyhow. You don't listen long enough.
Secret.
Yeah. The secret about not losing money is to not make it at first. That's the trick.
Genius right there. Look at that.
We're dipping back into our music plus games series.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have any musicians for you today to help us talk about the music. So be prepared for a lot of, it makes me feel like, and it's my favorite parts today, we're going to be discussing the influence and the power and the brilliance of mostly Nobuo Uematsu and the beloved music from the Final Fantasy series.
Bowie,
Can we start over?
And Fiefel's Fantasy.
Fievel Goes Fantasy in today's episode. So
great.
buckle up, buckaroo. We're going to be listening to a shitload of music. And if that's not your bag, I'm sorry. Tune in next week for not 007. Sorry, I don't like stealth games. We're not going to end up playing it. You guys want to buy 007? One of you wants to buy it and talk about it. That'd be great.
Nah, I'm good.
Let's just dive right in today, gentlemen, because I think we have a lot of shit to discuss and listen to and talk about. So a couple weeks ago, Buck brought to his What Else You Got a book called The Psychology of Final Fantasy. For they would say a series of different authors writing about different topics. It's all narrated by one person, and one of the chapters was about the music of Final Fantasy and why not only is like it just very good, but also it has this ability to be listened to on loop ad nauseum without getting annoyed. It has a really good ability to like bring back physical memories inside of your mind does both those things via just repetition, like very good repetition. So turns out Nobuo Uematsu is like a real good at making earworms, essentially, is a truncated version of what I just said. And he does this not only in like a single song, but between songs within a video game, even between songs in different games. He's really good at having these little tiny jingles that like make you feel like you're like in the know. You're like in the in crowd if you hear the prelude inside of another song from a different Final Fantasy game type shit.
Honestly, also something that's like really cool about Nobuo Uematsu is that he has no formal training. So the fact that he can do all of this without any real proper music theory behind it is mind-blowing.
Yeah, we talked about it before when we talked about the origins of music, that he's like a programmer. First, right? Especially those pioneers of video game music. They were programmers. He
was actually going to study synthesizer programming and I think jazz, something else related to jazz and related to music, but then he got a job at Square, and the rest is history.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I know his biggest influence is Elton John.
Really?
I never knew that.
So
that's
He's
right.
got a lot of rock with bass tracks.
Dude, I read up a lot about the guy and his philosophy and approach to music, and he is a big fan of progressive rock. He's a big fan of Elton John. He's a big fan. So I mean, we'll get into it when we. I don't know if we'll
get into it now. But
for example, like what's this Sephiroth's theme? One Winged Angel. He's stated that is his mix of Jimi Hendrix and Stravinsky. It sounds like the Rites of Spring.
Whoa.
Yeah, it sounds like the Rites of Spring, but then the beginning you hear that bum 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 bow. Yeah, like it gets right into the rock side of it too.
Oh, you're right.
He's a cool fucking dude, man. Cool fucking
now that
dude.
you say that, you can hear like
Hendrix
just in a different
we'll get into it when we talk about the music later. But Aerosmith, man, it's definitely heavily inspired by Elton John. Yeah.
So in the spirit of Nobuo Uematsu being so good at repetition, I figured we could take basically several categories, songs that he repeats or makes and remakes in every Final Fantasy. I've broken the categories down into this: prelude, prologue, fanfare, chocobo theme, battle theme.
Yes.
And then I wanted to spend some time talking about songs within a single game that sort of reference one another. He's really good at he'll write a theme and then he'll write a counter theme to that with some of the same pieces and then use it in a different part of the game. And then we've, of course, got time for maybe just a couple good random songs that just don't require any other songs and have no accompaniment and just stand alone on their own 2 feet as pillars of video game history. So, gentlemen, let's start. I think we should start with the prelude, which is the crystally iconic, not the theme of Final Fantasy, but I'm just gonna as soon as I play it, I think you'll catch it.
Legend. It's the theme of the backstory of said universe. They're always different universes, right? So you have to
always different universes, but always crystals, almost always.
Orbs or the moon, whatever.
And this song is pretty much, it sounds like crystals. This is the first prelude from the first Final Fantasy. I'm going to play this now. Gives me goosebumps.
Absolutely. Every time. In every rendition.
So this Final Fantasy is only those same 8 bars.
Right.
Over and over again. It doesn't get more until Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah,
I believe I checked.
Yes.
So fun tune. I love the long fade in.
Excuse me while I wipe some awesome from my eyes.
Yeah.
The long fade in to those notes is not found in, I don't think, any of the other ones that I was listening to. Like, it's the longest fade. It reminds me of just like the sun rising on an adventure. Like,
I mean, you and Buck both hit the nail on the head.
It's so far away at first, and then it finally makes its way to you, and obviously it sounds like a fucking adventure. Again, none of us are musicians, so I can't explain to you why, but doesn't it just sound like an adventure?
Absolutely.
But as far as favorite preludes, I got these guys' favorites for all these categories. I'm going to go first. My favorite prelude is from Final Fantasy IV.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Instant tears for me. Instant.
It's also panning across my ears.
Yeah.
Listening in stereo.
I've noticed a lot of them do this, actually. 6 does it as well. It pans back and forth. It's beautiful. And this one sounds like a harp in particular, which makes it even more like heavenly.
And this one has the moment at around the 40-second mark where they add the extra bars into this theme. And I hope I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, viewer, but Final Fantasy IV was the first one to basically have this musical phrase or whatever that sticks for a lot of them.
Right. Yeah.
Now it feels like you're listening to the legend of what you're about to embark on.
Oh God, it is so good, dude. For me, this game was not the first game I ever played, but I think it was the first game I ever saw. And like watching Buck play through it's such a beautiful, especially in 1997 or whatever, just like that splash page. I can
way before
see
that.
it.
I was probably on like my 10th playthrough by then.
I can see it. I can see the screen and being a child and sitting on the armoire that has enough space for my child body that it's like a second bed essentially. And just being like, whoa, the big castle in the background, and then the river and the cliffside and the scrolling text talking about Cain and Cecil and all that. It was just like, this is this is, to this day, video games and fantasy are still things that I like.
Right.
And this theme song and that added verse, like Buck said, feels like you're listening to a legend. Not to mention that just like the icy, plucky, echoey sounds at the beginning, like there's extra like, they're extra staccato-y. They're like,
it feels like a harp.
Yeah. They're fast and they have that icy, echoey sound. And then when the melody part comes in, it's big and open and warm. But then the plucking still continues in the background. And it reminds me of like in a rock song when like a drum beat will open up, like in that Welcome Home song by Coheed and Cambria.
Oh, like, yeah. That's a great example.
So the guitar can just, you know what I mean? It makes space for it. That's what that extra melody that gets added onto does to it. And just when you get hit with the wall of sound of all the violins playing at once, just, I mean, that just instantly brings tears to my eyes. It's like, it reminds me of in musical theater when like characters just erupt with song because they can't hold it in any longer. You know what I mean? Like it just,
it's the musical equivalent of attempting to approach the horizon. It's beautiful.
It's so fucking good.
It's a good way to put it.
Buck selected Final Fantasy VI. Similar, but a different vibe on this one.
Panning.
Yep.
The panning is beautiful. The synthesizer sound.
It's so much softer.
Yeah.
The side sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
You're really being pulled in. Like, you guys know 4 is my favorite, but I never liked how fast the prelude is in 4. And I love how this one just eases it. This one really, like a siren.
Almost like a lullaby.
They have tons of sustain. Yeah.
It's what if Angelo Badalamenti, right, the guy that does the music for Twin Peaks, it's like what if he did the music for Final Fantasy?
And then when it expands,
it's beautiful. Woo!
Now it's
that
a
trill.
Right?
In 4, it kind of sounds more like a voice, but in this one, it sounds like a flute, and then everything else kind of sounds more windy. And if you played Final Fantasy VI, you know that it's like the main characters are like regular people that just like live in they're not knights that work for the king, like Cecil and Cain. They're just like a thief and like a girl who doesn't know who she even is. Like it's starts off in that beautiful plateau, which matches this sound. It's just so fucking good. There's so many tracks in Final Fantasy VI.
Yep.
They're like compared to it's when he really was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just put 1,000,000 songs in here. But this one is so good, very very good. Raph chose Final Fantasy 12, which I've never played this game, but I have a pick from this game later.
I love the choral harmony that comes in on this one. It's one I don't know if they did it before this, but like it's the first time I'd heard like a chorus added immediately at the beginning of this, and I think it just gives it this very medieval fantasy sort of feel. Like it's got obviously Final Fantasy 12 has like the most medieval fantasy elements other than like the original ones, but yeah, it's got this vibe that just for me is just so unmatched.
Lots of orchestration.
Yeah, lots of
in
orchestration.
This game, as I was doing my research.
You can tell that the level of sound, the richness of the sound, and what they were able to do with the hardware.
Yeah.
Really, really by this time.
And then it goes into this, which is wild. Yeah. I want to say that this was one of the last games on the PS2, if not the last game that came out for the PS2. I want to say.
Oh wow, I didn't.
And it shows.
It just goes full tactics at this point.
It does.
Yeah,
it
really
does.
Well, yeah, and it's the same universe too. It has the same vibe as any of the music you'd find in Tactics. It's set in Ivalice.
Good point.
It's one of the only ones that has a carried over setting. You know.
Yeah, 8 has a lot of orchestral shit, but I found that in 12, like someone showed one of the instrument that's just like a bunch of bars that you like. and you like jingle, like I don't even know what the
Like the chimes?
The chimes.
Yeah, there's
like,
chimes.
he
Yeah,
was just
there's a shitload of chimes
I want
in this one.
a
Yeah,
chime
Ringle
section in every single song. We need chimes, and it was just like he's just having his like Beatles moment where he's just like, fucking, let's try different instruments.
He just bought a room full of instruments.
Literally, and there was a sale on chimes. There's a bunch in the song that I have later. Venny, honestly, I think has outordered us, so to speak, with his pick from Final Fantasy
that.
14.
Oh.
Listen,
Oh, this is beautiful.
just
No, really, just listen.
this one. G-O.
Oh. Oof.
Bell. Church bell.
The church bells.
That
man.
shit's gnarly.
Drags it out.
Oh my god. I love video games.
This is Realm Reborn, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Not before the meteor.
We did a Super Interview Brothers earlier today with two people, and one of the guys was the music designer for this game. And he said, when you play a video game, God damn it, there's space between you and the screen, but the music reaches out and touches your head.
Yeah.
Like it touches your face and your brain.
It's good.
This shit fucked me up, Pam. Good job,
Went to
Benny.
NYU.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
God
didn't
damn,
play any 14, and it's a musical journey.
And that's obviously a Nobuo Uematsu track, but that is Soken.
That is
Masayoshi Soken.
Masayoshi
Yeah.
Soken, the man, the legend himself. And I will tell you, this is the title screen of Realm Reborn. Every title screen and every expansion is a little different, but this is the one that features the prelude. Now, as soon as you hit play and you get taken to the character selection screen, there's another version of the prelude that goes even deeper than this one.
Ugh, such a good game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Very good. Let's move on to the prologue. This is what is also called the Final Fantasy theme. That's what they're all called in Japan.
The theme of Final Fantasy. That's correct.
Yeah.
So-
opening a theme.
Let's listen to the opening theme of the first Final Fantasy.
You, sir, are going on an adventure.
Frodo, pack your bags.
Exactly.
You gotta
I'm-
go across the world to go save something, to destroy the evil.
Those were simpler times.
That climb right there is so good. Da, 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 da. Oof. I gotta say, good orchestration on this Nobuo Uematsu.
Insane.
The notes are killerly arranged. Just like I know that sounds like okay, but it's just like I'm just saying like the run on the harp plucks, just so catchy, so fucking good, dude.
I've heard him called the Beethoven of video game music, and like it fits so well.
That makes sense. That makes
It fits
sense.
so well. He's, and I think, actually a genius.
He might be, at least when it comes to understanding why people like music.
Right,
Maybe
right.
not
I
like
think
He's
some
very good at
people-
writing melodies,
Genius
which is
way.
hard.
Regardless of formal training, I think some people just are attuned to it's kind of an innate thing. I think some people are just born with the gift that they understand that these things sound good together,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, they just do. Let me run with it.
I think that with him too, a lot of his own personality and character comes through very, very. Like a lot of video game music sounds, not necessarily shallow, but like you hear the creator in it, and his music in particular, his personality is very much in there.
Yeah, his jazz. You know,
Yeah.
you can feel it.
Yeah.
It's like where you feel the music. I think, or at least I would like to bring to your gentlemen, the Final Fantasy 12 prologue. Bring out the chimes.
Good one.
Nice. If
The
it ain't broke, don't
splash.
fix it.
Right.
Woo!
You know what I'll do? I'll just bring
Chimes.
the instruments that I wanted these to sound like, and I'll just bring the actual instruments this time.
Yes. And like I said, 8 has orchestral music as well, but I just feel like the energy of this one feels like
Regal.
just textbook Final Fantasy, like with I don't know, the timpani drums and the crashing cymbals. You know what I mean? It just
He's always
feels
trying to
so.
set the tone though, and Raph just hit the nail on the head with Regal. This is the one about the judges and shit, right? So basically kings, and it very much so brings that to the table.
Which to me, like Final Fantasy has its roots in fantasy.
Yeah.
I know it does everything now, but to me, this screams fantasy.
Kind of did back then too.
It's almost a march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, which
Almost.
he loves. He
Almost.
loves a good march. Loves a good march. Buck has chosen a good one. A good one. Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, yeah.
You heard that in the previous song. It wasn't in the original one, I don't believe. So Final Fantasy IV added this little that gets added in basically all the rest of the ones from here on out.
I can't hear this track without seeing the Red Wings flying
I guess,
to
yeah.
Mysidia to
What I was trying to
steal the
say
crystal.
is that Final Fantasy XII sounds like the most direct translation of this.
Yes.
Which is actually like it's just the core of the Final Fantasy theme for me.
Good shit.
I love I love the sound chip in the Nintendo.
Really.
I love it
Nintendo,
so
yeah.
goddamn much, dude. It makes the best sounds.
Also, the two games, ironically, that did the most with airships. So it's interesting that they have the same stylistic choices in the theme.
Interesting. Raph has gone with an interesting play, the Final Fantasy VII prologue. And what's it start with? A march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Loves
it
a
just,
good march.
it hits all of the the beats of the story for Final Fantasy VII. I don't know. Something about it just really.
Now, it's almost 7 minutes long, so I'm going to jump to the part which features the prologue. Or I'm sorry, yeah.
It's like the final gasp of the MIDI keyboard before he switched
That's
over
not a horn.
to, like,
That's
You know what it
proper
sounds like to me?
orchestration.
It sounds like a harmonica.
It does.
Which,
Yeah.
like, for Final Fantasy VII,
Works so
kind of
well.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're playing as these guys that are kind of like living like as outlaws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like riding the rails type shit. Like
The-
going to jail. You got to, you know what I mean? I don't know.
A lot of the musical choices around 7 because of the themes with Shinra and the eco warrior stuff that they were going for. It's very militaristic, and that's for a reason. It's extremely military.
When we get into
Very lockstep.
the comparisons for like the repeated themes, I'll talk a little bit about like so he works a lot in this, especially in this soundtrack, in what's called like Mixolydian mode and Dorian mode in terms of like the scales that he uses, which give the music this bluesy sort of feel and also gives it this sort of like mysterious sort of grit, which is pretty cool, like this like medievalness to it. I don't know how to describe it.
Harmonica, classic blues instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Venny has opted for, I love this game, Final Fantasy IX
Oh, good choice.
prologue.
Yeah.
This game, a lot of the soundtracks of this game go extra hard in the fantasy paint.
Yeah.
But like in like not in a higher fantasy, but in like almost like an Irish Celtic, more down to earth type fantasy thing.
This, the more I,
Also features voice.
this one's not a theme of Final Fantasy.
This one has got 7.5 minutes. I think it's towards the end. I think they're
Yeah. And strings.
there we go. Final Fantasy IX, the lost dark sheep in the Final Fantasy, but it's like it's good, man. It's fucking so
Dude,
good.
listen. 9 brought it all back.
Yep.
It deviated like from 6 on. It was not medieval fantasy. It was not. And 9 brought it all back home.
Steampunk to sci-fi and
And
forced
so-
character parties.
When you hear, the more you hear music from 9, the more it takes you to that, that true medieval fantasy vibe that you would expect from a Final Fantasy. A lot of strings, a lot of bells, a lot of flute.
It's a very light soundtrack. A lot of
beautiful.
like metal flutes as opposed to like wooden flutes.
Yes, a lot of string.
What
Yes. Because it's got that aesthetic. All the characters are itty bitty. You know what I mean? They're all literally like kind of chibi. The whole world is kind of a lot more friendly than Final Fantasy 7 or 8. You know what I mean?
The creative direction was total opposite of the previous 3
so
titles.
It works perfectly.
Yeah, I love it.
So now let's go through a couple much shorter tracks. So whenever you win a battle in Final Fantasy, it plays the Final Fantasy fanfare, and it sounded originally like this. Jaunty little polka joint. Gets the job done, makes you feel, I don't know, it makes me do that. It makes me like kind of like,
I couldn't help it.
a marching beat, I'm not sure.
It's got a bop. It's a bop.
It's a bobble bop. I think my favorite fanfare music is one that deviates a little bit from this formula. I love the Final Fantasy 7 fanfare.
7's so good.
Oh no, it's wonderful.
It's perfect. This right here, it like there's like minor chords at the back end of it that really give it this dark tone that fit the themes and the aesthetics of 7.
And what a lot of them started doing is they just kept the main fanfare, even as old back to like 4 and 5 and 6, and then right after it they did something like this, something that met the aesthetic of the game after the initial fanfare.
So hard, dude. It's so like chopped up, like it reminds me of like sample hip hop.
Yeah.
Like a little bit. It's got those like little bump, 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 bump. That shit is fucking hard, dude.
Magical.
Buck has opted for also a Final Fantasy 14. Yes. This guy's good at music.
It's fun.
It's just the original fanfare with a choir.
Yeah.
You get the big hit at the beginning and then just beautiful.
Very good.
And it goes into the classic with the...
Raph has opted for Final Fantasy X. An interesting one.
You know why? Because it almost feels like he just discovered Van Halen's Jump like a week before making this.
Yeah, it does sound like Jump.
It's
Listen to those keyboards. It sounds like Van Halen playing the keyboard. It's great.
It's so funny.
It's so of its era. It's such an early 2000s video game, like an early aughts sort of video game sound. It's beautiful.
All the music from this game takes the biggest swings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Out of all the stuff that he's done, that shit is. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do something else."
You guys are
They're
gonna
all
have
crazy.
you guys are gonna have spoken dialogue for the first time. I'm gonna do this.
Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
And Venny has opted for Final Fantasy VIII. I
It's so
believe.
weird.
Good.
It's
Yeah, no,
so
it's a good
weird
one,
and
too.
doesn't fit, but I love it.
It's called The Winner. Everything in this game had to just be so difficult.
You
Straightforward.
was a ween.
Yeah, all right.
Who was it? Ben Starr, who absolutely loves 8.
Oh. Yeah. Weird choice.
Marimbas.
Oh, yeah.
Marimbas.
Yeah.
It's so odd, but I love it. It's got a nice beat. And then you get this.
Interesting.
If you
Then
ever
you
stayed
get
on the
this.
screen long enough for this, you usually just mashing the button, right?
It sounds like a Jim Henson movie or something. Like a Danny Elfman shit or
Really
something.
thumps too.
Wow.
Can we also have an honorable mention to Final Fantasy 15, which is just Prompto going da 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 da.
Yes.
So funny enough, the
Oh,
next
Prompto.
category is the chocobo music.
All right.
So
Yes, we have arrived.
listen,
Yes.
chocobo music gets introduced in Final Fantasy II. They aren't in the first Final Fantasy, and the original chocobo theme sounds like this.
So cute.
Another one that kind of makes me want to like bounce up and down.
Oh, yeah.
Having fun.
There are kids running around a maypole.
Yes.
What
And a
year
dog
is
is
it?
chasing them.
Oh, it's midsummer, man.
So this is another one where it's just those 8 bars. They haven't added their spoiler alerts. They add another refrain. I believe that happens in 4. But both myself and Buck and Venny agree that the best chocobo music
Hands
is
down.
from Final Fantasy V.
Okay. Oh!
You got the Guida shaker thing.
That steel
Yeah,
drum.
The steel drum and the fucking
Washboard.
James Brown.
The washboard.
Just feels quintessential because if you haven't played the Final Fantasy games, it's just like the chocobos are kind of the comic relief whenever available because some of the stories get pretty intense.
Oh yeah.
So every once in a while, you just kind of want to pet a chicken. So it's nice when the chocobo music is just like light and like this one takes this fun islandy vibe or whatever. It's nice. I like it.
There is a chamber orchestra version of this that is part of Buck's
On
theater.
Fantasy, yeah.
The brass album, and it's also on Theater Rhythm. That just takes this theme to like the orchestral level, and it's insane. Full vocals.
I just love that fucking that shit cracked me
Hands
up.
down the best.
Super
It is the
Nintendo, I fucking
Beautiful.
love you.
That's
You make
amazing.
the best sounds. Raph pitched Final Fantasy X, so let's dip into this weird ass soundtrack
Let's
to hear what
go.
they got.
I like this one a lot.
Big band
Donkey
jazz,
Kong,
baby.
Donkey Kong Country.
Zip you right, baby.
It's
cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, here we go.
I had a hard time choosing between this and Final Fantasy VII because 7 has like straight up surf rock, but this is just the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then it gets into like the really jazzy portion, like
I'm telling you, yeah, this game's soundtrack was just like, fuck it, dude. Let's just go crazy.
fuck it, yeah,
let's
let's
fucking lose our
try
minds.
ever.
Oh, hey,
Cool,
hey.
right?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's
fun.
Thank you. You're looking great tonight.
And this is
Hey,
what
see you.
plays.
Waiters and waitresses.
This is
Yeah,
what
make sure-
plays.
We'll be here all
Hey,
week.
beautiful girl in the blue dress.
Imagine you're a kid at Chuck E. Cheese. This is what happens when the pizza comes out in your head. That's what you're in your head when the pizza comes out.
Timmy's bird. Fuck yeah!
Delight.
So let's go to the next category, which
This is a fun episode.
I wanted to cover the battle themes. I'm
Okay.
not going to go over the first battle theme from the first Final Fantasy because unlike all the things that we've just heard, basically the battle music for all the Final Fantasies will be different.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it would be worth mentioning because in a game where you are doing fighting a lot, you have to hear these songs a lot.
So they have to be good.
So they have to be fucking good. Like I know, it's a role playing game, but man, a lot of your role involves killing stuff. So you end up hearing a lot of music that when you kill things, which good idea to have a separate track play. I know it's just like no duh, but it's like back in the day there were no rules, so it's like let's have a separate music that plays when they fight, so that like they can like get into this like modus operandi in their brain to get ready to fight. Like in that Psychology of Final Fantasy book, they literally talk about it's just like having that battle theme queue up literally activates your muscle memory where your brain will be like, all right, oh yeah, I gotta go. This guy used this move, da 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 da, and you switch between that and the exploration. So fucking good. I have brought to you guys another 9 track. This is just Battle 1 from Final
Yes,
Fantasy 9.
I'm so
Love
glad you chose
song.
this one. I'm so glad you picked this one.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That is a call back to Final Fantasy 4, which we have not played, but that fucking guitar.
And it doesn't really match that medievalish theme of this game.
Right. Well, you know what it is? There is an organ back there, but right next to it is a fucking 80s laser piano.
Right.
And they're calling and recalling to one another, and it's such a good. It's like you said, this one brought back the fantasy, but then yes, you gotta have a little bit. Like,
It probably would have been
flair.
boring if it had just been like violins or something.
Yes.
Right? I agree.
Oh man,
Great one.
It sounds like Oh my gosh, hold
This
on,
one's
what is
so
it right here?
good.
It sounds the thick guitar, the chugga 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 is like the opposite example of Go Home, like we were talking about before, the Cody and Cambria thing, where now the guitar is being easy and repetitive so that the violins can play. So fucking good. I love this song.
This one's actually like a perfect amalgamation of 4 and 7.
Mac, I think I have to fully agree with your choice on this one. That would have been my pick as well.
Hadn't listened to it long enough to
so
remember
good.
how
Yeah, when I
amazing it
went
was.
back to it, my head started doing this, and I was like, "Damn, this fucking shit is fucking rocking." But Buck and Raph are correct because I think the real answer is Final Fantasy VII's battle music.
Those who fight further.
It's
Hell yeah.
Immediately going hard. That fake ride cymbal hitting the cone on the ride.
Yeah.
Tink, 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 tink. It's fucking metal.
It is, right. You hear the rock influence. You can tell that this guy listens to prog rock, he listens to rock music.
So yeah, it sounds like Yes or something.
It does sound
You know
like
what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Fucking organ just going ham on that.
And that's what he does. He's a key player. Like he's a keyboard player.
Oh, yeah, Black
does, so
Mage
you
is
can
a
hear his
keyboard player.
virtuosity.
Meanwhile, there's just like a guy on like the hi-hat and the fake drums here, just like just doing like the most four on the floor ass. Oh man, it's so fucking good, dude. Great. And then the remake, we didn't bring the non-original soundtrack, but oh my god, the four or
man.
the 7
Not-
remake music.
Me and
version of
Benny were
this
having
is
that discussion last night. That's not fair because they
It's
just
unfair.
took everything and just made it better.
real.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
I want to
not
be a
fair.
real boy. I want to be a real
I
guitar.
tried to avoid anything from the remake and any of the stuff that I picked because of that. Yeah, mainly.
It's all so good.
Yeah.
Vinny did mention the decisive battle music from Final Fantasy V, which is more of like a boss adjacent. But this music I hadn't listened to. It's good.
You're not going to recognize this one,
Yeah.
listener. This might not be in your radar. I would like to put this one on your radar.
It's not on mine, honestly. Yeah.
Final Fantasy V obviously
X-Def.
did not natively come out in America.
Oh
So a
my.
lot of people did not
That
get to play
dive
Final
bomb.
Fantasy V, myself included.
Oh my.
Oh, get ready, Raph.
Beautiful people, the beautiful
Yeah. Well, you heard that. That dive bomb was cool as shit.
I mean, it's Super Nintendo Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
It's that missing link between 4 and 6. It must be good.
You have no idea what's about to happen. I adore this one.
Oh, the bass. That Super Nintendo sound, bro.
That's F-Zero right there.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that goes
Here it
hard.
comes.
Anime. Fucking early 80s anime is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Good ass.
It doesn't
I gotta
let up.
play that fucking game.
No,
I
it doesn't
gotta
let
play
up.
that game.
It's because, and that's a little bit, he ventured a little bit into a different territory, boss music versus regular music.
Yes, he gets
And in the-
more.
In
he
regular
gives himself
music,
more.
the beginning has to hit because there's some fights that are shorter than 20 seconds. And then it has to have a nice loop to it. Boss fights in Final Fantasy games can go on for 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
So if they're not at
Mhm.
least like 5 minutes long,
Kefka's boss music is like 25 minutes long.
Can I
Yeah,
bring a
crazy.
quick
Dancing Mad,
factoid
yeah.
of lore to that
Oh, yeah.
particular track?
Sure thing.
The first appearance in the U.S. of that track was actually not when we got the PS1 release of Final Fantasy V. Does anybody remember the tech demo? Not even demo. The tech photos of the proposed Nintendo 64 Final Fantasy game that never
Yes.
became a thing.
We have,
The- The track that they used to promote that was this one.
Oh wow.
before we'd even gotten 5 over
Before
here.
we had even
right.
gotten
to like
5.
the PS1 collection later on.
Yep.
So we've got like 10 more minutes here that we can talk. We wanted to talk about the themes in a game that carry over to
Yes.
other
Yeah.
songs in a game. Like there'll be a song. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Mine that I wanted to talk about is Edgar and Sabin's theme from Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, great choice.
I love this song so much.
Oh.
These two are my favorite characters.
Have you ever
From
heard
this
The
game?
Ruler's Back by Mega Ran? He samples this.
Oh, it's like Buck and Mac.
Yes.
He wanted me to get that tattoo, and I don't have any tattoos, and he has a
Oh,
shitload.
man, I'll get that
Buck
right
would
now.
definitely be Edgar.
So there's a musical phrase in just a moment after this repeats that happens in another song called Coin of Fate. Let me wait for it here.
This is also the theme of their
Town, their
yeah.
desert-covered town. They're two brothers. One of them goes off to become a monk when their father dies. This part.
That's the part of the montage where you show like the life, where they're living, just daily life and not fighting.
So that musical phrase right there happens then again later in a song called Coin of Fate. So, Coin of Fate, because their backstory is that, like, after their father died, like, they had to figure out who was going to be the ruler, and the older brother knew that the younger brother did not want to do it, and so they're like, we'll settle it with a coin flip, but really, he had a double-sided coin, because he didn't want to put his brother through that bullshit. And so he wins the coin toss, stays. His brother goes to become a martial arts monk. So pretty much like me and Buck. So this is basically he takes that melody and flips it on its head during like these sad moments where they're talking about their relationship. So there's that phrase right there.
Oh, wow.
But then
Oh,
flat.
takes the minor.
yes.
That's really good. That's a good one.
So
Good find.
dude. This is the moment where they're having a conversation about like
Serious conversation.
when Dad died and I felt like this
Yeah.
and it was I didn't want to do
You
this
didn't
and like
want
you did,
me
I didn't
there.
yeah. Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
It's good.
Love you, Nobuo Uematsu.
Yeah.
Raph has chosen another excellent emotional Final Fantasy.
Yeah, just let it roll.
Fuck me in my butt. In Final Fantasy VII's Aerith's theme, Raph, I don't know if you want to
Yes.
explain why you chose this song. Or
Oh yeah, please explain it, Raph.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
important
yeah.
about this character?
We need an
I know, right?
explanation.
Yeah. So the main melody for this song comes back. And actually, it's funny when I was like listening to this to like kind of understand it really fully. I actually learned how to play this a little bit while I was while we were.
Oh,
I have a little
neat.
I have a keyboard over here right next to me. I don't know if you guys can see it,
Cool.
but yeah, I learned how to play it while we were doing this. And the main melody of the song comes back throughout the entire game. So this is the one that I was saying. He uses Mixolydian mode, which is the major scale with a flat seventh note in it, which gives it this bluesy sort of feel to it. But he also goes back and forth to this Dorian mode, which is a minor scale with a sharp sixth, which gives it this very mysterious sort of melancholy feeling. And you feel it. It's wistful, but it almost comes off as like holy. It's hopeful, but there's a sadness there. And it in terms of the game's plot, it's very relevant to Aerith because she's the savior of humanity in a lot of ways, but she's also ultimately doomed. And you feel it in this piece.
It's like that Warp Zone skit.
Right.
Where he's like, you gotta borrow this game, Final Fantasy VII. He's like, what's this character? She looks
Yeah.
cool. Nothing. She's fine. There's nothing wrong. That's good.
So this part, right? I think it was actually just a few seconds ago here, but the this comes back again in another song that I gave you, which is "Flowers
Yes.
Blooming in the Church." This is like a sweeter version of this melody, and it symbolizes the first time that Cloud and Aerith meet. And you hear this, throughout the game, and it also symbolizes in a lot of ways the loss of innocence that comes with Aerith's death. This is a lot of ways. This also triggers, Cloud's identity crisis in the middle of the game.
it feels thoughtful, like the
does.
echoing, the doom, doom, doom.
It feels warm and it feels nostalgic too. There's something very comforting about it, which is something that is very inherent in Aerith's character. But this also comes back in another piece called Judgment Day, which happens near the end of the game. I'll
Hold
let
on
this
one
play for
second.
a little bit. And
Let's
then, yeah.
What happens to the end that's important?
I know, right? Yeah, so Judgment Day starts off very different. And this is playing when everybody is like, you're getting ready to do the final thing, Around the 30-second mark, I don't know if you want to bring it up to there, you hear part of the melody for Aerith's theme in there. Just let it play for a little bit, I guess, when we get to right here. This is the same melody, but it's almost inverted and played out. I think in like maybe minor chords. I can't really tell there.
It's played out in the tempo of this march.
Right.
So it totally gives it a different identity in that. Right?
It's when the group is...
If you actually listen to that original theme, that first one you played, it has a little bit of that industrial march in the background. Reverse. This is the reverse of that track.
Yeah.
And in that one, it's playing that industrial background just to remind you the universe that she's having to exist in.
And this is also a moment where the group, like, without her, have to enact, like, basically her final plan. She's already done Return to the Live Stream, quote unquote, guide, but you can sense her presence here. And holy crap, dude! It's just I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Have any of you beaten the second remake game yet?
I have not. No.
God damn it!
I didn't bring this piece up with this one, but there's another one called World Crisis or Planet Crisis. You can look it up later, but that piece is like a big medley piece that has everything in it. Plays at the end of the game, and it's such a great like final note to Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Venny, you had mentioned Fleeting Life, which was tied into that Melodies of Life song that we mentioned that we played earlier. That had the theme in it.
Melodies of Life is the it's the main theme. It's the one that's voiced over, and it appears everywhere. A variation of it is the Overworld theme in 9. Is basically a variation of Melodies of Life. It's woven through everything, even just interludes where Garnet is present, such as in this one. I forget exactly which part of the game this is in, but so many tracks in 9 weave Melodies of Life in through it, and I think that's very appropriate with the title of the song as well. It's a part of the life's tapestry of the storytelling of this game. Is this song? But there's a little, but it's like I said, this one's a variation similar to what Raph was just talking about, how it uses a slightly different chord structure, but it's still there. You can hear it.
Love that. Again, it sounds like it belongs in like
it's very pretty.
A medieval fantasy gesture courtroom shit.
It doesn't have the emotional weight. It doesn't have like the massive emotional weight like Aerith's theme or some of the other ones does, but this one is very subtle sometimes in the way it makes its way into a ton of different tracks. We can leave it on that one. Cool. It's very good.
Very cool.
And then let's just play a couple random tracks because we got another little tiny bit. Songs that we found that had no thematic relation to any other Final Fantasy songs. Their melodies aren't repeated later in games at all. They're just badass standalone ones.
Battle at Big Bridge?
I didn't put that. I can look it up. Because I think I heard that, and that's the bridge music that's from 5.
It's Gilgamesh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that song that rocks.
Yeah, it's in a lot.
Here is my pick, Shadow's theme.
Yeah, man. This town ain't big enough for the two of us, partner.
Very much
Bro.
So. Cowboy.
Final Fantasy VI is amazing. The plot, I mean, it's mostly about high fantasy, but there's also steampunk and magic stuff like this, but there's also just a roaming ninja and his dog, and his theme song is this Wild West ass sounding whistle track.
You better wait for Shadow.
I love me a good whistle track.
It's just so... There's a bunch of songs. The Velt is another one from Final Fantasy VI that I love. Yes, that mouth harp sound is just... He was cooking on this one. Uematsu was fucking... so good right there. Buck wanted to highlight Blitz Off from Final Fantasy X, the sport that you play that's like soccer adjacent in water.
That just
listen to this crazy ass shit.
Comes out of nowhere.
Final Fantasy X, you crazy.
It's a great track, but I'm not sure if it's because I loved or hated Blitzball by the end of that game that I did not want to hear this song ever again.
Yeah. I skipped over something that I now want to play because we do have a little bit of time, but I want to play the prelude from Final Fantasy X.
Oh,
this is the theme of Final Fantasy, if you will.
Weird Lude.
Or yeah, like the crystally theme.
When he's in Xanarkand.
Everything else is harps. This is Final Fantasy X's answer to that.
He's cruising around Xanarkand before the big sports ball game.
Yeah. I'm going to skip right to where the theme comes in.
This sounds like if someone made an indie game with the Final Fantasy theme in it.
Girls just want to have fun is what I'm hearing.
This might be the only time where you get to play the game while the theme is playing.
It's so funny that boom, 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 boom.
So good.
Something about this makes
I love
me
this
think
one.
of,
I love this one.
Honestly, Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't know, like, if, like, I mean, they came out roughly around the same time, right?
Right, not too far apart.
So there's something about it that reminds me of that game.
I don't know, there's something about the dome. Sounds like some Cyndi Lauper shit. And then Raph had a bunch on his extra one, but I wanted to highlight one from Final Fantasy VII, Genova.
Awesome. Good choice. I love this piece. It's one of my favorites in the entire game. So alien, so ominous. It uses that like the Stranger Things style, like arpeggios.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I wonder if
Fucking
they
hi-hats
know that
going
they stole
crazy.
that.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Probably, yeah. It's a really common like arpeggiation. That's the,
Good stuff.
Really good.
Good stuff. Well, that is, I think, all we have for highlighting Final Fantasy music today.
Part 1.
Woo! Yeah, there's so many more. But we are going to go ahead and take our quick break and move on to a very truncated what else you got. See you on the other side, dear listener. All right, we're back. And I'm pulling my listening ears off. No, I guess, yeah, I can end this jam that we're in, so you guys don't have to. There we go. It is time for our What Else You Got, the segment of our show where we can bring anything to the table, be it video game or otherwise. Today, I got it short and simple. I played the demo for Warhammer Survivors. Buck,
Oh.
have you seen it? You know what I'm
Didn't
talking
even
about,
know
right?
There was a demo out for
The
it.
demo just came out, I believe, the other day, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's like a Vampire Survivors clone, but it's Warhammer, and it is.
Ooh.
And on the page, it doesn't say this, but when you boot it up, thank God it is in fact made by Ponko.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just straight up, actually,
No
Vampire
way.
Survivors. If he was in charge of making a Warhammer 40K version, it's great. You can only play as one character right now in the demo. It's a Space Marine guy who's the main character from Bolt Gun 2. And which is also had just came out, and so they're doing a little cross promotion situation
Gun
there.
2's out too?
Cool.
Shoot. I know they had this Festival of Skulls, but holy smokes.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's really cool. It's just as good as Vampire Survivors, and it's
Wow.
if you love Warhammer 40K and you liked Vampire Survivors, there's Warhammer 40K Vampire Survivors now.
So funny.
And that is all I have got for you this week. Buck, what have you got for us this week?
Well, Jason Voorhees is finally out in Dead by Daylight.
Brother, how we have waited for this
The
day.
GOAT has come home. I played him on the PTB. It felt like I was playing a mod of the game because, like, when he does his teleport,
Yeah.
it literally the level gets all foggy and you hear. I'm like, and he plays pretty much the way I think he should play. I think it's wonderful, but I wanted to use this as an excuse to do a dive into this lawsuit, and I will present to you. Let me put it here in the chat for the group to see.
I think I can screen
Can you
share it
say-
as well. Yeah,
I
here
present to you
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
the Game Treasure podcast and the Megabucks, Friday the 13th, the real story, what happened and who owns what.
Whoa.
I kind of asked for this.
Whoa.
I was like,
did.
someone's going to make a movie about this.
Yes, I agree. And so I took all the information that I have and I used AI, the only thing that it's good for, to make a chart.
Okay. All right.
So if you guys are not big Friday the 13th fans like I am, you notice that there's been a huge omission of Friday the 13th and Jason anything for literally the last decade. If you were a fan of the Friday the 13th, the game that was out on PC and consoles, and you loved it like I did, you were like, what the hell happened and why did this go away? And if you don't know anything about this lawsuit, this will hopefully explain this for you. Here's what happened, basically. A gentleman by the name of Victor Miller worked for the original makers of Friday the 13th, Sean Cunningham Productions. That's the guy that had Friday the 13th rights forever and ever. He worked as a contracted employee, and he wrote the script for the first Friday the 13th. Well, turns out there's this weird loophole or statute in the copyright law that says after 35 years, the creators can terminate the assignment and reclaim the copyrights of their work. So because 35 years would have been 2015. A movie came out in 1980. So in 2016, he goes to, and a Supreme Court basically says that you were a work for hire, and they sued that you can have the rights back to this. Cunningham's production companies tried to sue him back, but they said nope, he was a work for hire. And as of 2018, the federal court ruled that in favor of Miller, stating he was an independent contractor rather than an employee, which means certain things down in section 2 there under Miller wins the rights. That means that he gets rights to some things. He only wrote the first Friday the 13th movie. Right. So here we have where we are now, the splintered rights. This created a legally fragmented franchise.
New timeline.
One guy, Miller, owns the rights to Camp Crystal Lake, Pamela Voorhees, and the name and concept of Jason Voorhees, but only as a child. We go into the red here under Cunningham's rights. He continued to make all of the Friday the 13th movies. So he owns the hockey masked slasher adult version of Jason. That
Jason is not in the first Friday the 13th.
Right. It was spoilers. The killer is Pamela Voorhees in the first one. Whoa. That is also why that Camp Crystal Lake show coming out is Camp Crystal Lake and Pamela Voorhees only, because that's all he had the rights to, which started production in like 2019 or 2020. But moving on to the third section there's still shit that's owned by Warner Brothers, aka New Line Cinema. They have rights over specific, first of all, Friday the 13th. The name Friday the 13th is still to this day owned by New Line Cinema. That's why
that they made.
So my God, yes, it gets ridiculous. But they also own rights to iconic on-screen Jason appearances. I'm thinking that this covers like maybe not Potato Sack Jason. Cunningham might still have that, but other Jasons. Yeah, exactly. But so that might have been early enough that New Line wasn't involved. I have to double check that one. But lots of the iconic ones that people wanted, 8, and I think maybe even going into when it got shady around Jason Goes to Hell and some of those, neither Cunningham nor Miller own the rights to that.
So wild, dude.
Some characters, Tommy Jarvis and some of these characters, I think are just owned by New Line Cinema. So again, neither of them own it. So that means this franchise is legally split. So what happened, first of all? For 10 years, we got 0 content from the franchise on either side because of this. And also, it directly resulted in that Friday the 13th game being abandoned because the license was in legal contention. They couldn't make any new content for it. They didn't technically have the license anymore. Man, does it get weird, though. So what has happened now? This is the weirdest fucking thing. Down in Section 4, after years of
Your
a
Honor,
stalemate.
I submit to the jury.
Check this out.
In Section 4.
So we just got adult Jason in Dead by Daylight, but that's owned by Cunningham, right? Yes. But he doesn't own some of the adult Jasons, right? So that's why Jason looks different. The only way that Jason now exists in all these licensing is by Miller and Cunningham's companies agreeing to co-manage the franchise.
Wow.
Two companies. So they formed what's called the Jason universe because they don't have rights to the name
the Friday the 13th.
Yeah. So now they can move forward with these projects, different things. There was a Halloween Horror Nights house last year in Orlando here called Jason Universe. Very, very cool. That's how this all happened. Wow. But if New Line Cinema doesn't play nicely with any of it, they cannot go back to the Friday the 13th name, and they can't use a lot of those other Jasons. So look, they're gonna They're going to find their footing here, I think, somewhere between the movies, the other things. I know that the Jason in Dead by Daylight looks a little bit like Temu Jason.
Yes. We have Jason at home. Yeah.
But some of these skins, but they have given
Jason.
like behavior like some free reign on this. So some of the skins they've already came up with on there look really freaking cool. So
wow.
Look, let's be happy. Friday the 13th in some form and fashion. Jason is back at least. We just got to be happy with that.
Wow.
I will take
beautiful.
great value, Jason. Over
Guilty.
No, Jason.
Dude, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Guilty of being a fucking mess.
That was really
Wow.
great. Nicely done, Buck.
Very good.
Nicely
Thank
done.
you for explaining that. Like I said, there will be a movie about that one day starring fucking
Maybe we can make it.
Robert Pattinson or something.
Yeah.
As like the jerk guy, and then
Let me email the Jason universe.
Timothy
people
Chalamet
now.
is going to be the other asshole guy, and it's going to be them fighting each other. All right, Raph, what else have you got for us this week?
Yeah, I mean, so I've got a couple of things here. So, last night while I was doing a bunch of research for this, I found this video by this channel called Virgin Rock Video, and it's called Nobuo Uematsu, One Winged Angel, a classical musician's first listen and reaction to it. And it's a great video. Just check it out. Like her facial reactions to this are amazing. And she comes to the same conclusions that I feel like someone who, she's not familiar with video games at all, but she comes to the same conclusions about the music that anybody who does know video games.
That's cool. Just music to her. That's cool.
Exactly. Like she's like, this gives me the feeling of when I show up to play a piece of music, a very difficult piece of music, but I've prepared for it. And I'm like, you just described the boss fight. Like you described showing up for a boss fight. That, and also, tangentially music related. I bought a MIDI keyboard, so I've just been learning how to play music for the last couple of weeks still. Yeah. That's all I got. Yeah. A lot of music stuff.
Nice. You should get Duolingo has a music.
Cool. Yeah.
they
I want to
teach
learn
you
some more
music.
music. Too.
That's
free.
so smart.
It is.
Yeah. Good idea.
Venny, what have you got for us this week?
Gentlemen, I have for you Althena's Treasure Box from the Lunar Remastered Collection. And we're going to open it right now.
Oh, baby. Yes.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Shit,
Somebody
he's
stop
opening
him.
it.
We're going to do a live unboxing.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Oh, he broke the seal. That's it. It's worthless.
NRFB.
All right.
What's in there? Let's see.
Venny's stealing the engagement this week.
Wait, how does it open?
That's the fun part. It doesn't.
How many of these?
It's just
have
a
I done?
box.
There's a little puzzle that you
It's
have to
just a
solve
box.
before you
Okay.
go.
Oh, here we go.
I love
Oh,
those
shit.
Oh, those
Shit.
magnetic ones. I love the magnetic ones.
That's cool.
Oh.
We've
Good
got
time
we've got-
Spotify,
we've got
the
all
Spotify
the
video
goods.
moment, right?
Yeah.
And look, let's
Oh,
take them out.
please, yeah.
We've got a beautiful.
Is that
What
cloth?
is that?
There's Alex. It's a
It's a
cloth
microfiber
something
cloth for your
of
glasses.
cloth something. Yes, the microfiber cloth.
Oh, is it
with-
really? I was joking. I was joking.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Oh, cool.
Japan.
Yeah. Oh shit! All right.
It's a
what
do-rag.
the- It's
It's
like
a
a
lula.
flag.
It's like a cloth.
Like a cloth poster
Like a
situation.
scroll,
I guess.
wall scroll. I
They
guess,
were
almost?
famous for having those cloth maps. Like the PS1.
This is the big boy right here.
Is that a mouse
we
pad?
have the oversized mouse map.
Oh, baby.
Hey.
Okay, Venny, check it out, right?
Ooh, baby, that is so
look
cool,
at that
dude.
shit. God damn.
You may remember seeing on my desk, but they sell plastic overlays that are the same size as these because I have a Final Fantasy IV one, but it's mostly white and I didn't want to get it dirty. I have it on my desk with a plastic overlay.
Ooh, smart. T-shirt?
And
Is that what I'm looking at?
T-shirt. Yep, we have
Very
a
cool.
T-shirt
Ooh.
with the sprites.
Those sprites are
Beautiful.
so full of life.
And I'm sure they didn't ask
energy.
for shirt
Oh.
size, so that was
We got
just
some
like
trading cards.
Cool.
Check it out. We got Bikini Jessica
Ooh,
and some other
swimsuit
trading
edition.
cards. Yep, swimsuit.
this is for
Yeah.
both of them, right? 1 and 2
Yes.
in this collection.
These are metal. These are heavy metal pins
Heavy
that you can put on your backpack, put on your luggage.
Put on your do-rag.
They're very heavy. They're very heavy. There's
Dragon
here
Master Alex.
Althena, Alex, and there's just a couple little more thingies in here. We've got a keychain, cool acrylic keychain.
Fighting for the power.
Jeez, wow, there's a lot in
To
here.
return to love.
We have a holographic postcard.
Oh.
Ooh, it looks like one of those. Yeah. Oh God, what do they call that when it's the
I know.
the two pictures laid next to each other with lithographs?
Oh,
I don't know.
I think it is a
one more
lithograph,
bag in
yeah.
here, boys. One more
Oopie
bag.
dooples. They're called oopie
We've
dooples.
got an acrylic standee. I think. Okay, so
Oh,
this is
Japan
this
loves
is-
these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
do.
it's got all the little
Unfortunately.
stand-up pieces in here. This will take some time to
Oh.
assemble, so I'm going to omit that one for now, and I'll show it off next time.
Sure,
and
yeah.
we'll show you
Like
the
a
finished
shopping,
version.
basically.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. The
Ladies and
Lunar.
gentlemen, Lunar is in the house.
Fuck
Fuck yeah,
Let's
dude. That's
go.
amazing.
That's for
really hope.
PS5.
Switch, PS5.
I mean, which one did you
you're
get?
right, the
Sorry.
one-
Does
Oh,
it have a
yeah.
I got it on.
physical copy in
I got it on the Switch. I got it on the Switch.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Wow.
Really hope when they give Chrono Trigger like the re-release master treatment that they
You got
do
a big
something
box set
really
like-
sexy
Oh,
like
yeah,
that because
that'd
it
be
is
nice.
equally deserving.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Oh.
This man opens
Hey,
everything.
ladies.
Hey,
That is all the time we have for our episode today, dear listener, viewer. You have reached the end. Excellent job. Take this experience point. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Super Interview Brothers on YouTube and Spotify. I mentioned it before, but they're getting cool. We're meeting cool people. And they're having fun conversations, honestly. We had a great one today. Head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/the GTP, where for $5 a month, you'll gain access to our exclusive content and receive an RSS feed that gets you those aforementioned Super Interview Brothers episodes 1 week early. Also, there is a $1 a month sub tier. That is an excellent way to help us pay for the software that makes this show, helps us make this show, right? It helps us show that you care and that you love us. So
Aw.
for $12 a year, you can't beat that price. Links for all that stuff is in our bios, no matter where you're viewing this. We want to thank Crunkwitch for the use of our theme song, Clash of the Droids. You can find their music on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. If you live in the Northeast of the United States, you could probably catch them doing shows. And of course, last but not least, we need to thank RetroGameTreasure.com. We didn't have a Retro Zone today, so if this is your first episode, normally he's the bringer of the Retro Zone. RetroGameTreasure.com is a business owned and operated by the Megabuck himself. It's a subscription service that helps you grow a retro video game collection. Whether you're starting from square one or you're just looking to expand a collection you've already got. How? Well, when you become a subscriber, you create a highly detailed profile that outlines your current collection, the systems you want to collect for, your preferred gaming genres, and even subgenres. And then Buck and his family get to work and make the magic happen, because at the end of
Literally.
each month,
That's
Retro
amazing.
Game Treasure ships you a box filled with games to add to your collection. Games for the systems that you own, games that you don't currently own, games that are your style, games that you've heard so much about, games that you've never heard about, an old favorite, a new favorite. The moment of truth when the box opens, what will be inside? Do you feel that? That's the magic of collecting, and that's the magic of RetroGameTreasure.com. That's all we have for you this week's episode, dear listener or viewer. Thank you so much. Until next week, my name is Max Stein, and Venny is going to miss our sign-off because I love the Game Treasure podcast. Oh, shit. It's so bad.
It's so bad.